Sorry, I'm trying to reply to mom here and everything, so the timer sat on 0 for a little while. But you know what I did today? I went ahead and I put on the Gina camera because I wanted to see how that was looking. And man, is that not a great view, a great rural view of the middle of Louisiana? Looks beautiful this morning. Temperatures very chilly. We bottomed out below freezing in most of the area, so we will take a look and see where we stand now as we not approach 9 o'clock. We are after 9 o'clock. Temperatures above freezing area wide now from 33 to 41, 37 right here in Alexandria. And yeah, I think we bottomed out at 30. I think that was what we ended up at. I left the sound up on my phone. I'm all over the place this morning. But it is a chilly start, and it looks like we have much more chill to come over the next several days. You can see off to the north, snow still falling. I jokingly asked Mom if she finished shoveling the driveway because they had about 1/10 of an inch of snow, I think, yesterday. And that cool air, that cold air that's associated with that is what's bringing our colder air down this way. And it's not a real Arctic air mass, but it's a big sprawling upper level system that has a ton of cold air, and this is what it looks like if you look way up in the atmosphere. There's the jet stream. You can see the center of this feature is located several hundred miles to our north, and there you go. This thing's not moving much over the next day or so, so it's going to keep that cool air pumping into the area. It finally departs by Saturday, and as the coldest of that air moves out, that's when we start to see rain chances come back in later in the weekend, and I will show you that in a couple of minutes as well. Upper 40s near 50 today. We might just eke out a high of 50 degrees. Looks like mostly clear skies though, so beautiful skies outside last night. If you were out doing a little moon watching, that moon has been incredible lately, and looks like we're going to see another good night to go out and take a look at that. Now, where are the thunderstorms in this outlook? You don't see any. Yeah, I can see it right there behind the Igloo Roofing logo, just to the west of that, Miami. That's where you might see a thunderstorm. So if you find yourself in the Florida Keys or perhaps south of Miami this afternoon, you may run into a storm. But it looks like we stay dry here for the next several days. Here is that system on the GFS model. I've kind of broadened this out so we go and look at a bigger picture, and we look at a longer time frame. This is what's happening, though. Snow pinwheeling around that center of the system. That could come down into Alabama, northern Georgia, but it's going to stay away from us several hundred miles to our northeast. Anything that falls that close to us is going to be very light, not going to accumulate. But look at this. Nothing happening forever, and then right as we head toward midnight on Sunday, New Year's Eve, so as we ring in the new year, it looks like we have some scattered showers rolling through the area, and you'll see this in the 7-day forecast, but I wanted to give you a little graphical representation of just how quickly this moves through. It's not a big system. If this thing shifts a few hours either way, then we're not going to see a lot of problems on New Year's, but I do think we are going to probably see at least some scattered rain in the area, especially later into the New Year's Eve night and early New Year's Eve or early New Year's Day morning. And the rain accumulates, and it accumulates fairly nicely, not so much from that one, but from the system after that. And I'll show you in the 7-day those rain chances and where we're looking at. But through Wednesday, 1/4 of an inch to an inch of rainfall. We are getting back into the unsettled weather, but I don't see any chance of anything severe. So that is good stuff. Here is your 7-day showing rain chances. It's kind of a carryover here from Sunday night into Monday morning on this. I think Sunday's good all day. I think Monday's mostly good, but I think, again, around that kind of transition into 2024, we have a few showers, maybe a rumble or two of thunder. Then we break things up for Tuesday, but get another round of rain showers in here for Wednesday. Could be a more significant system there, and that's why we're seeing those higher totals on the WPC forecast. But after a brief warm-up Sunday, we cool back down. Going to be a chilly rain Wednesday. No, it's not going to be a snowstorm, but it's going to be a cool rain. Everything looks like it will keep us above freezing for that, although we start off fairly chilly in that Wednesday morning time frame there at about 35 degrees. So, it's cool rain. It's I like it. I don't know. I'm weird. And here's your forecast from January 5th through the 11th, your very generalized forecast. It looks like we're going to see cooler than normal temperatures continuing right through the first third of January here, so the first 10, 11 days, and then above normal precipitation. That's as close as I can get to giving you any sort of forecast in this time frame. I know you'll see the sensationalistic places showing model runs that occasionally show snow way down in the deep south, and then they fail to show you the next 10 that show nothing. But trust me, I am watching very closely and will certainly give you any indication as we if we see any chance of anything wintry falling down here in the deep south. But it looks like we do return to that active pattern. We're going to get storm systems to come through every few days. And again, the good news that I'm seeing is with the cooler air, no severe threat. And really not seeing a significant wintry threat just yet, but we're watching for some chilly rain at the very least as we get through the first week or two of January. That's it for me today. Tom will be on later. I'll be on in the morning. See you then. And I hope you have a great, what